Fuel myths are costing you hundreds at the pump, while gas companies get rich off your ignorance. You're falling for lies about premium gas, warm-up times, and fuel additives that drain your wallet for zero benefit. Today we're exposing 21 fuel myths that separate smart drivers from suckers who believe everything they hear. Here's the biggest lie gas stations want you to believe. At number 21, premium gas makes every car run better. You're wasting money every time you choose premium fuel. For a car designed for regular gasoline, premium fuel contains higher octane ratings that resist engine knock. But if your engine doesn't produce enough compression to cause knock, you're literally burning money for zero benefit. Most cars are engineered for 87 octane regular gasoline. Using 91 or 93 octane in these engines provides no power increase, no fuel economy improvement, and no engine protection benefits. Check your owner's manual if it says regular fuel recommended, premium is a waste. Some luxury cars recommend premium but can run on regular with minimal power loss that most drivers never notice. Premium prices hurt. But this warm-up myth wastes even more fuel while destroying your engine. At number 20, modern cars need long warm-up periods. Letting your car idle for 5 to 10 minutes before driving wastes fuel and harms your engine. Modern fuel-injected engines reach optimal operating temperature faster under light load than during extended idling. Extended idling prevents engines from reaching proper operating temperature efficiently. Incomplete combustion creates carbon deposits, oil circulation suffers, and catalytic converters can't reach efficient temperatures. The correct procedure? Start the engine.
Wait 30 seconds for oil pressure, then drive gently until the temperature gauge shows normal.
This takes 2 to 3 minutes versus 10 to 15 minutes of wasteful idling. Think idling protects your engine? This additive myth costs even more while delivering nothing. At number 19, fuel additives dramatically improve performance. Bottles promising extra horsepower and better fuel economy are expensive placebos. Modern gasoline already contains environmental protection. Agency-required detergent packages that keep fuel systems clean. Octane boosters provide minimal octane improvement at huge cost. A typical bottle might raise octane by 1 point while costing more than upgrading to premium fuel. Quality gasoline contains detergents that continuously clean injectors. Adding more detergents doesn't improve cleaning and can damage sensitive fuel system components. Save money for quality fuel instead of chasing magic solutions that rarely work. Additives disappoint. But this storage myth creates expensive problems you never saw coming. At number 18, keep your tank always full to prevent problems. Constantly topping off your fuel tank causes more problems than it prevents. Overfilling can damage your evaporative emission system when fuel enters the charcoal canister, creating expensive repairs. Full tanks increase vehicle weight, reducing fuel economy. 50 pounds of extra fuel decreases efficiency, particularly in smaller cars. Maintain fuel levels between 1/4 and 3/4 full during normal driving. This provides adequate fuel while avoiding problems from constantly full tanks. Tank levels matter less than this octane myth that confuses power with knock resistance. At number 17, higher octane. Octane numbers mean more power. Octane rating measures fuel's resistance to premature ignition, not energy content. Higher octane fuel doesn't contain more energy, it simply resists knocking in high compression engines. All gasoline contains approximately the same energy content per gallon, regardless of octane rating. Engines designed for regular fuel can't take advantage of higher octane because they don't produce enough compression to cause knock. High-performance engines that require premium fuel produce more power because of their design, not because premium fuel is inherently more powerful. Understanding octane ratings saves money and prevents misconceptions about fuel power. Octane confusion runs deep, but this brand mixing fear stops drivers from saving money unnecessarily. At number 16, you can't mix different gasoline brands. Switching between gas station brands won't harm your engine. Gasoline sold in the United States meets identical federal specifications for octane. volatility, and performance. Different brands use different additive packages, but these work together without negative interactions. The base gasoline often comes from the same refineries, regardless of brand. Your fuel system naturally mixes several gallons as you drive and refuel. Adding different brands creates harmless blends of additive packages. Maintain consistent octane ratings. But mixing different brands of the same octane causes no problems and often saves money. Brand mixing works fine. But this expiration myth makes people waste perfectly good fuel. At number 15, gasoline. Expires quickly and becomes unusable gasoline. Doesn't spoil like food. Properly stored fuel remains usable far longer than most people believe, though it does degrade through oxidation and evaporation. Fresh gasoline maintains quality for 3 to 6 months in proper storage. After this period, fuel begins losing octane and developing deposits. But it doesn't become instantly unusable. Modern fuel injection systems handle slightly degraded fuel better than carburetors. For normal driving, fuel turnover prevents degradation issues before they become problematic. Storage concerns are overblown. But this cleaning myth costs money while potentially causing damage. At number 14, frequent fuel injector cleaning is necessary. Professional injector cleaning every 10,000 miles is expensive maintenance most cars don't need. Quality gasoline contains detergents that continuously clean injectors during normal operation. Modern injectors handle hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal maintenance when using quality fuel with good detergent packages. Professional cleaning makes sense for vehicles with documented problems or cars showing symptoms like rough idle. Clean injectors don't need cleaning regardless of mileage. If your car runs smoothly with good fuel economy, save money by using quality gasoline instead of unnecessary cleaning services. Subscribe now, because these fuel myths could be costing you hundreds in unnecessary expenses in repairs. At number 13, manual transmissions. Always get better fuel economy. Modern automatic transmissions frequently achieve better fuel economy than manual counterparts through advanced technology and more. Gear ratios. Contemporary automatics use 8, 9, or 10 gears compared to 5 or 6 in manuals. More ratios allow engines to operate at optimal efficiency across broader speed ranges. Advanced automatics with sophisticated programming outperform manual transmissions in most driving conditions. Choose transmission type based on preference, not outdated fuel economy assumptions. Transmission myths persist, but this idling misconception wastes fuel every single day. At number 12, idling uses less fuel than restarting your engine. Restarting uses approximately the same fuel as 10 to 30 seconds of idling. Extended idling for stops longer than 1 minute wastes fuel unnecessarily. Modern fuel injection provides efficient starts without excessive fuel consumption. Turn off your engine for stops longer than 1 minute to save fuel without harming your car. Idling wastes fuel, but this temperature myth makes people waste money trying to cheat physics. At number 11, fill up in the morning when gas is denser underground. Storage tanks maintain consistent temperatures that make timing irrelevant for fuel density. Surface temperature variations don't affect fuel in tanks buried 8 to 10 feet deep, even if temperature affected density. The difference would be negligible, less than 2 cents on a 15-gallon fill dash up. Focus on competitive prices and rewards programs instead of worrying about imaginary temperature savings. Temperature timing fails. But this fuel pump myth creates real anxiety about tank levels. At number 10, running on empty damages your fuel pump. Modern fuel pumps handle occasional low fuel levels without damage. The real risk comes from consistently running on fumes, not occasional low fuel situations. Maintain reasonable fuel levels for convenience. But don't stress about emergency situations requiring reserve fuel use. Fuel pump fears are overblown. But this ethanol myth creates unnecessary engine anxiety. At number 9, ethanol. Fuel damages all engines. 10% ethanol gasoline is safe for virtually all cars built after 1980. Modern engines use materials designed to handle ethanol's properties without degradation. Use ethanol blended. Fuel without concern in modern vehicles while avoiding higher blends unless specifically approved. Ethanol. Fears are mostly unfounded. But this emergency mixing myth could destroy your engine. At number 8, you can mix diesel and gasoline in emergencies. Never mix diesel and gasoline under any circumstances. Even small amounts cause expensive damage, costing thousands more than emergency. Road service. How many of these fuel myths have you been believing? Let us know in the comments which one surprised you most. At number 7, winter fuel formulations or marketing. Gimmick seasonal fuel formulations represent real chemistry affecting performance. Winter blends have higher volatility that improves. Cold weather starting. Understanding seasonal formulations explains performance changes between seasons. These are regulatory requirements, not marketing strategies. Seasonal blends are real science, but this cleaning myth makes people buy unnecessary services. At number 6, fuel system cleaners. Fix all performance issues. Fuel system cleaners only address specific fuel-related issues, not broader mechanical problems. Diagnose performance problems properly before assuming cleaning will solve them. Cleaning products have limits. But this premium station myth makes people pay extra for identical fuel. At number 5, premium gas stations have superior fuel quality. All gasoline meets identical federal specifications regardless of station brand or appearance. Choose stations based on price and convenience. It's not assumptions about quality. Station appearance doesn't indicate fuel quality. But this tank level myth creates unnecessary anxiety. At number 4, never let your tank go below quarter full. The quarter tank rule is unnecessarily conservative for normal driving. Adjust fuel management based on driving patterns and climate, not rigid rules. Tank level rules vary. But this winter fuel economy myth ignores multiple factors. At number 3, poor winter economy is only due to cold weather. Winter efficiency involves tire pressure drops, energy-dense fuel blends, electrical loads, and driving patterns beyond just temperature effects. Winter efficiency involves multiple factors. But this stabilizer myth makes people waste money. At number 2, all vehicles need fuel stabilizers. Regularly driven vehicles don't need stabilizers. Normal fuel turnover prevents degradation. Use stabilizers only for long-term storage situations. At number 1, expensive. Fuel additives provide significant benefits. Most additives provide minimal benefits while costing far more than their value. Modern gasoline already contains required detergents. Quality maintenance beats expensive chemical solutions. These 21 myths prove that fuel knowledge saves money while preventing expensive mistakes. Smart drivers understand fuel basics and avoid unnecessary additives instead of falling for marketing schemes. Want to discover what mechanics hide about oil changes? Our next video exposes maintenance myths that keep repair shops profitable at your expense.